that they're trying to stay positive during this time. So I spoke with Katie and her mother earlier today. She says that most of her injuries right now revolve around her right arm and elbow. And while she faces several surgeries and skin grafts, she's doing what she can to keep her spirits up. Since the crash, her mother dropped everything and drove from Kingman to Tucson so she could be with her daughter.
It was an unexpected phone call Julie Holmes says every parent worries about getting.
I answered it and it was Katie, and she said, "Mom, I've been in an accident. I'm hurt." And I was like, "Okay, Katie, it's April Fool's Day. I know, but that's not funny." And she's like, "No, Mom, we rolled the bus. I'm really hurt." And it was, my heart just dropped.
Julie's daughter Katie, a junior at Lee Williams High School in Kingman, was one of several students and teachers injured during a horrific bus crash last Tuesday on the I-10 outside of Tucson. Julie says it will be a long road of recovery for her daughter, as she likely will lose some range of motion in her right arm.
She lost the top layer of muscle in her forearm. She lost the ligament in her elbow. She ground part of the humerus.
I was given the chance to speak with Katie over the phone.
Katie, just to get things started, how are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm doing pretty good with the pain meds they got me on. I was lucky to get some good pain management after a few of the surgeries.
Katie was working on some last-minute prep for a presentation when the crash happened.
I didn't end up looking up until just before we rolled, and it was just this sense of like, okay, here we go. This is happening.
After the bus rolled over and the dust settled, Katie remembers being in extreme pain but was able to walk out of the bus.
I ended up walking about like 15 feet before I laid down.
Katie says a person who saw the crash pulled over and rushed to her aid.
There was this lovely young woman, her name was Nikki, who came and she gave me a jacket to put my head on and stuff. She actually was the one who lent me her phone to call my mom. So without her, I probably wouldn't have had my mom here as soon as I did.
This mysterious person continued to check on Katie at the hospital. And while Katie doesn't know who exactly she was, she couldn't be any more grateful.
She was so lovely, and I really want to thank her.
Authorities arrested 30-year-old Nicholas Rodriguez, who is now facing multiple felony charges after detectives say he tested positive for marijuana at the time of the crash. He's expected in court next week.
Yeah, and it can be tough to stay positive with such a long road to recovery, but they are getting quite a bit of community support.
That's right. So in her hospital room, they actually have the walls lined with dozens of get well soon cards and you know, motivational quotes as well. So her mom tells me that the community in Kingman is really rallying behind all these students.
I just keep thinking of what a terrifying call that would be for a parent, you know, on one side of the state saying your child's been injured in a crash down south, and then to race there to be by their side in the hospital. Impacting a lot of families. Stephen, thanks for that update tonight.